everybody, Pro Spartan Gamer here, and I've been asked by Glenn, or Glenn the Magpie you might know him by, the main guy of PES World, to do a little video demonstrating all the fine editing work that's been done on PES 2014 by the PES World team. So yeah, this is version 1.1, so there's a base copy and there's been an update which has included the Sky Bet championship teams and squads and emblems, and as we go through I'll show you what else has been added. Yeah, Glenn just tweeted me and asked whether I'd be prepared to do a video to demonstrate and show off the file, and as I'm using it on my SP Spartan series this year, Master League series, I said yeah, why not. I'm quite happy to show off the file. You've put in so much hard graft doing it, you and the team there. Only too happy to help out by just showing a little video to demonstrate to all you out there what you're missing if you haven't got the file, and how much better it makes an ordinary PES game look if you've got the file. First of all, straight on the screen you can see obviously the league emblems have changed and the leagues have been called what they should be. Bartley's Premier League, so if we just click on into that one so I can just show you the teams and that in there, straight away you'll see the Arsenal emblem up there. So all of these have been renamed from the shop bought PES. All the emblems there, they do take a while to load on this year's game. That's the same no matter what edit data you put in there. So you've got Cardiff, obviously they're in the Prem this year, Crystal Palace. And the other good thing that you get with this file, if we just go into Arsenal and we'll look at game plan. I don't know if you follow him on Twitter, but you ought to follow the guys from PES World. Glenn is at GTM PES World, and I'll put, there you see it popping up on the screen now. Also other guys to follow on Twitter is Lee Future, who does all the tactics, and you've also got the two face makers, Jack the Toon and Chucky Boy 12345, and all of their details will be in the description of this video underneath, so that's the place to go for that. But the other thing that I like about this file is all the game plans have been made up to date, so whatever formations and starting 11 is happening at the moment in the Premier League, this is all up to date. So you see Arsenal's formation, you got Ozil just tucked in behind, you got Ramsey and Flamini in the middle, Cazorla on the right, Giroud up front, and that's accurate for every single team in the Prem. And also these have been, all the young players coming through have been added as well, so the sides have been bolstered by sort of under 21 and academy players, which I really like as well. Let's just show you this strip because we're on Arsenal. The strips have got so much detail in them this year. You're allowed to put a lot more layers on them, but as you can see, Glenn's done a fantastic job on the strips. You've now got the Nike sign there on short and on socks. Great detail with the actual kit material bits on the lower part as well. It'll be, I think it's dry fit for Nike. But yeah, really good detail on the kits, on all the kits. You know, nothing held back. A real proper quality job this option file is. And with the extra kits as well this year, obviously some teams have got free kits in which have been added, and will constantly be added as, you know, as Glenn and the team get time. It's been a massive job doing this option file this year. It's a whole new setup from last year's PES. At the moment there's nowhere to import data either, so all of this has been done in game and it takes ages. You know, obviously the PIN, the ping files have been made on a PC and put over, but it does take a lot of time, and the detail is fantastic. So there's Arsenal and their couple kits. We'll just show you a couple more. I'm not going to show you every single one obviously. Let's go to my boys. I'll just show you Everton because I like the kits on Everton this year, and obviously the game plan. I know a little bit more about how they play, and that is the formation that I would say is Everton's best team at the moment. Lukaku up front, Bartley, Barry and McCarthy in the middle. Jackie Elka would be captain, but you know, it could be Barry. He's making a name for himself at Goodison at the moment. Pinar left, Morales right, and probably a lot of positional swaps between that top three, Bartley, Morales and Pinar. And also what I like is in here, because I know there wasn't some of these guys weren't here. You didn't have Pennington, you didn't have Lundstrom, and Lundstrom's a player I really like, young midfielder coming on. He's going to be decent, so he's in there. Browning and Hallam Hope, Springthorpe, the reserve goalie, they've all been added, which is nice. I like that. It's a good touch. Lukaku's had a little bit of a stat boost as well. I think he was 80 on the original game and wasn't really the player he is now, because I mean, Lukaku, yeah, he's young and he's going to develop further, but he's a hell of a player at the moment, and that rating reflects that, so I quite like that. I know if you follow Lee on Twitter, Lee Future, you'll know that he actually sims about 5 or 6 seasons of Master League to actually see the positions in the Premier League and see if they're sort of current to present day form, so that's good. Everton kit looks fantastic, white collar, Nike again on the shorts, socks. You'll get that on all the kits, to be honest, that Glenn's done, or every detail. And I like the second and third kits this year, and they look spot on to me. Look at that. Remember Lukaku pulling the top down and showing that when he scored the first goal against Villa on Saturday. And yeah, really nice. My favourite kit of all the Everton ones this year though is the third kit, and that's even on the game as well. Of course, you can have 4 kits this year, which is really cool. Not all Premiership teams do have. A lot of them have 3, and obviously they'll be added as and when, if they're not added now, because Glenn will continue with this file right the way up until 2015 comes out. I know the next plans are to do all the Bundesliga teams and the kits for the Portuguese league, I think. I'll show you all that in a bit more detail in a minute. So that's Everton, and I suppose the other one we ought to show you is Newcastle kit and game plan. Just show you that, because Glenn is obviously a big Newcastle fan, so he'd be disappointed if I don't put this in. Yeah, so basically Newcastle's a bit harder to judge because their form's been a bit up and down this year, so their team isn't really settled, but again you see a few youngsters added there. We've got Remy in up front alongside Cisse. I think Pardew has probably been picking just one of them at the moment, and it's been Remy, I think, who's got the nod. And I think it's probably either been Sissoko or Nita that's come into the midfield, but they have played that way as well, so it's difficult to know what to put down. But yeah, all the squads are up to date, all the main transfers have been done. Oh, I didn't show you Newcastle strip, let's just show you that. They've got 3 as well. So the big hoo-ha was that they were sponsored by Wonga, weren't there? And Cisse didn't like that, if you remember, in the summer there. But as you see the detail, Puma, sponsored by Puma. Puma under the number on the shorts as well. NUFC on the socks. Lovely bit of detail on the front of the kit there, around the collar. Quite tricky to do, I'd imagine that. So that's been done fantastically well. Yeah, it looks spot on. Let's just see their other 2 kits. So their second kit. Don't actually know what the Newcastle third kit looks like, so... Oh yeah. I like yellow and blue, that looks nice together. So there they are. But I don't want to make this video too long, so I'll crash on to the next bit now. So you've seen the game plans, the tactics. I'm going to show you some of the faces that have been done by Chucky Boy and Jack Toon. Okay, so I'm in on edit players now, and I don't know if you're up with the news on PES, then obviously everybody who's sort of some of the big teams, licensed teams, have had all their faces done, like your Bayern Munich, your Man United and the like, and the faces are really lifelike and fantastic. There is going to be a DLC released with, I believe, another 800 faces, but there's 10,000 plus players in this game, and a lot of the faces didn't look the best. They're obviously default faces, and there's quite a comprehensive face editor on this year's game. It's got 5 pages, and as always, people in the PES community have been sharing their stuff and making some really good faces. And Ben Techie is one of the best I've seen. I think this one was done by Jack the Toon. Best way to probably show you is in hairstyle. You can bring him up quite close. Yeah, and I think that's a really good effort on Ben Techie. I think you could tell exactly who that is. I think that looks really good. He's got his cheek structure and his neck and that really pronounced, strong looking tank of a guy, and Ben Techie, and I think that looks decent. That's probably one of the best ones. You set it back there and look at their gain. You show off the Aston Villa kit. Look at the detail on that down through the shorts. I really like that kit. That looks really smart. Really top job there from Glenn on that one. So that's Ben Techie. I'm just going to show you as many as possible, just so you get the idea of the quality of them here. We'll go to Newcastle next, because there's quite a few been done for Newcastle. Colaccini, I think Chucky Boy done this one. Again, all the details of where you can find these guys on Twitter and everything's going to be included in the description at the bottom. So there's Colaccini with his long messy sheep's hair. Again, decent, a lot better than what it looked like before. Kit in all its glory there. Another good one is Ben Arthur. I don't know exactly how many faces there are. There's quite a few. I would have said there's probably, I don't know, 30 or so at least in the game that's been improved. Ben Arthur, that's another really good one. You're going to know that's Ben Arthur if you see him. And that's real good quality. So just show you like what I was meaning by ones that have been done in the game before. Yohan Kabay was done in game, I think, because he plays for France. I think I'm right in saying that. And you can see that really good detail on someone like Yohan Kabay there. And Ben Arthur and Ben Techie and Colaccini are up to that standard now, whereas they wouldn't have been before. Remy's been done as well, but we're not going to show you. We'll go to Swansea and we'll just show you another one that Chucky Boy's done, which is Michu. He's obviously quite a big player on the game in the Premier League, one of the top strikers, so it's important that he looks right when he bangs the ball in the net. And yeah, again, you're going to know it is, aren't you? You know, we're not saying it's passport accurate or anything, but it's a lot better than it was before, and you're going to know that that's Michu if he puts the ball in the net. I mean, you know, it's not just a generic face where there's like 6 or 7 on the same team looking the same, and that's the idea, and that's really good effort from the community again. And that's Chucky Boy and Jack the Toon, both working for PES World on their faces there. Okay, right, let's quickly squiz out of this. Right, back in the leagues then. So the leagues have all been restructured correctly by Glenn as well. Portuguese league is put in there. None of the teams are done yet, but all of the Portuguese team names are accurate and all the emblems are accurate. That's what they're taking. Benfica and Braga were licensed already, as was Porto, but all the other Portuguese teams weren't. So all their emblems are now up to date. All the team names have been put in, and I think Glenn said that next up for the Portuguese league will be the accurate kits will be put in the next edition, and then I imagine later on the squads and everything will be done as well. Yeah, and the Bundesliga again, Bayer Leverkusen, FC Bayern Munich, and Schalke were all previously in other European teams. Glenn's moved them into the fake league that was in the European side of the game this year, because obviously there's 3 sides of the game. You've got the South American or the Copa Libertadores, you've got the Asian Champions League and the European Champions League, and each one of those this year has a fake league in it, as well as the fake second division, which I'll go on and show you in a minute. So Glenn's renamed all these teams and put all the emblems in for the ones that weren't licensed. BVB, or Borussia Dortmund, has had its squad done because it's Glenn's second passion, along with Newcastle. So this is an up-to-date squad. The kit and everything have been done for Bayer Leverkusen, Bayer Borussia Dortmund, sorry, slip of the tongue there. For Borussia Dortmund. Is it going to load? Come on. Just waiting for you so you can see the kit. Alright, I'll click into someone. I'll click into Matt Hummels, and you'll see the kit now. I say they do take a while to load this year. There you see, fantastic job on the kit. Looks quite like Matt Hummels as well, that one. I think because he's plays for Germany, he's probably got a face done by Konami. But yeah, BVB's been done, all added in, all correct, all the game plan and everything's right for them. You'll see that later anyway, because I'm going to end it with a little bit of gameplay this video, so you can see the kits in game, and the game's going to be Newcastle v Dortmund. So you're going to see just a little bit of gameplay of the kits in game in a minute when I finish going through the leagues. So yeah, the Bundesliga is the next one to be done. All the squads are going to be done for them, all the kits and up-to-date game plans, etc. So that's the next, that will be 1.2 in the option files. Glenn's told me that's what he's doing in the next one. Other European teams now, because Schalke, Bayern Munich and Bayer Leverkusen have been taken out of here, there is some extra teams going to be put in here. Fenerbahce is one. There is a slight difference on my file here from everybody else's, because I've obviously doing my SP Spartan series, so I've taken one of the lesser known European sides. I think it was Austria, the Austrian side, Austria, when I've taken them out and I've replaced them with SP Spartans, just so I haven't got rid of a Sky Bet team, and I'm starting my Master League with SP Spartans. But obviously everybody else's will have Austria Ven there. Steaua Bucharest is another one Glenn's adding. I've added Yeovil Town as well because I live very close to Yeovil Town. Yeah, and FC Basel. So Glenn will top up the other European teams with the people he wants to put in there. Like I said, it's FC Basel, it's Steaua Bucharest, it's Fenerbahce, and the Austrian team have all been added. So you're not losing out anywhere on teams. It's going to be bursting with as many teams as possible. Then you've got Copa Libertadores, Brazilian League, and then the Mexican League will then be added in here. As you can see, Glenn's put the logo up for the Mexican League already, and he's renamed all of these, ready to do the kits and everything else on them. But obviously it's a colossal amount of work and that hasn't been done yet. And then you've also got the J League, which is the Asian fake league. So again, all of them there, their emblems in game, etc., ready to be done. That's obviously further down the line, but at least you've got the right names and the badges and everything else in there, which is great. Other teams in Asia, and then what was in update 1.2 for everybody probably in England wanting to start a Master League. This was the big thing, the Sky Bet Championship, because obviously once you get in here, your team goes into Division 2 and starts the championship off. So let's just show you Blackburn Rovers for no reason really. I just click on a player, anyone will do. DJ Campbell springs to mind, just so you can see the kit and that. I'll press hairstyle, bring him close. So there you can see, he's loaded now, so there you can see the Blackburn Rovers kit. Really good, really spot on. And yeah, all the championship side are up to date, all the right people in right positions, kits and logos for, well, it's 18, isn't it? It's 18 of the championship teams. Leeds, doesn't really matter who we click on. Michael Brown, yeah, there, another nice ping there on the front. Look at that, nice detail on the kit, the shoulder lines going off as well, really nice. Emblems on the socks as well. So every single team and every single division that Glenn's done has got that amount of detail and quality into it. So all of these in the championship are going to be done. Watford, that's a nice colour kit. Troy Deeney, bit of a tank. He's going to come up close now, scare the life out of us. There he is. And back you go, son. Yeah, look at that. Look at the ping on that. Lovely. Looks really smart done at the kit. So much detail on it. Like I say, emblem on the shorts. Now you get the idea. I mean, I don't have to keep on praising it anymore, really. It is fantastic option file, and the work that's gone into it has been immense, and the quality is there to see. I'll tell you not. So you got the faces, you got the tactics in the Prem. You've got all the teams and leagues labelled like they're going to finish up. You've got under 21 players added to the Premier League squads to boost them up a bit. And next up, in game, I will just show you. Well, last game was Yeovil, that's why it's got Yeovil Town on there. But in game, I will show you the Mighty Toon against Glenn's second team, Borussia Dortmund. So we'll just see their kits pop up there and choose what kit they're going to do. And then I will leave you so we don't go through all the loading screens. And thanks for watching. Make sure you get this option file. This is for PlayStation 3 if I haven't said, but also on PES World you can find option files for the Xbox done by DJ Demos. I've got them for my children because they're on Xbox and they're equally good files as well. So everything you want is on the site of PES World. Forums, option files for PS3 and for Xbox. But yeah, you got 4 kits here for Borussia Dortmund, which is good. But go and get it. It's easy to download. If you have any problems downloading it or anything, then put comments in the bottom of this video and I'll help you out with how to do it and how to go about it. But there's also installation help on the website, and the website's been on the screen now all the way through, as has Glenn's Twitter feed. Okay, I've been the Pro Spartan Gamer, and go out and enjoy your PES even better with this option file. Okay, chill dudes, good night.